Does that work? Or...
I was wrong. Concubine Lane. Don't you get any ideas, mister?
Welcome to Ipoh.
Right, stop number 2 in Malaysia. So, obviously just in Kuala Lumpur. We've landed here. This is very different.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
So yeah, we're gonna go see what Ipoh's got to offer. There's a river, looks to be lots of temples.
Surrounded by mountains. Lovely so far.
Looks beautiful, but yeah. Let's see if it's worth a 3-day visit or not.
We kicked off our time in Ipoh with a wander around the new town side of the river, just taking it all in. At first glance, we did wonder if we'd traded KL's shine for something a bit tired. Thankfully, we were completely wrong. Ipoh has layers, great food, famous white coffee, and one of the best hidden adventure spots we've found so far. Come along as we explore the city and go way beyond it. Ipoh's packed with murals and street art, and Wife Lane is one of the prettiest examples, though we initially thought this was Concubine Lane. More on that in a minute. There's a heritage trail that threads through the town, and with weather like we had, it's such an easy way to spend a day. Plus, it gives you the perfect excuse to stop for a white coffee, which I happily did multiple times. What a fantastic place. Just absolutely stunning. It's part of the heritage trail. No. Part of the heritage trail, and it's just gorgeous. So we've learnt something new about Old Town Ipoh. So it was destroyed by a fire, and lots of the lanes and the markets and things were destroyed. So the dude, the tycoon in charge, Meow, dedicated the rebuilding to his 3 wives. So one's called Wife Lane, one's called Concubine Lane, and another is called Second Concubine Lane. Don't you get any ideas, mister?
The guy's just an absolute hero. He didn't even try and hide it from them. They're just all built 3 streets next to each other. What a champ.
You couldn't afford 3 wives, love.
Can't afford 1. Frustratingly, I was too absorbed and didn't film it, but we just...
Literally stumbled into...
I was going to say got accosted, but he was too nice to accost people. An absolutely fantastic gem of a man who's just explained all about the history of Ipoh to us, because
he's a local tourist guide.
Local tourist guide, and gave us a quick 2-minute intro to it all. So
and where to go for the best white coffee, although he says the white coffee is good everywhere.
It's just the same, isn't it? He's not one of those where, oh, it's the original. Then everyone just makes coffee now, don't they? So
yeah, he was so lovely.
Absolute gent. Unfortunately, I'll try and better a future to get it on film. I'm sure he wouldn't have minded us filming it. So.
And unfortunately, his next tourist walk isn't until after we've left. But
so we won't do it. However, we have just arrived at Concubine Lane, so we'll show you that now.
Unlucky for us, we completely missed out on that guy's guided tour. And unlucky for you, you're not getting his wisdom either. We'll get better at intercepting those moments one day. This is actually the famous Concubine Lane, though it's more tourist market than mural trail. Still fun though. We somehow walked away with a slightly suspicious Uno deck and found ourselves herded into a glowing room full of luminescent sand. Odd, but absolutely worth adding to your wander. Great city. Great city.
It's very artsy. I really like it. It's lovely to walk around. I think after the madness of KL, which isn't that mad, but
it's really calm, but also everyone's super friendly. Like, just like that guy stopping and giving us a bit of Ipoh love, you know? Just great.
But yeah, amazing so far. But so I think we're heading out to the river now. Just told us that basically the Brits turned up, didn't like where the river was, so
redirected it.
We just moved it. We just went, no, we want a bit more space, so we just moved it 500 yards and it's now over here.
And that's how Old Town and New Town is kind of segregated in Ipoh.
So ChatGPT calls this the Taj Mahal of Ipoh, apparently.
What, this?
That's what it claims.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if ChatGPT has invented that title or whether it is well known. Don't think we will find out. But it's a World War Memorial. Always forget especially with World War One, that it wasn't just a European war really, because we pulled in from everywhere, didn't we? Anywhere that we'd colonised, we brought them over and forced them to fight. So, good reminder. I think ChatGPT has made this up, that it's the Taj Mahal of Ipoh. It looks very nice, it's very pretty, but short of being white, I don't see the similarity.
Yeah. I thought this was art, but I don't think it is.
Fine, I was wrong. It is the Taj Mahal of Ipoh, apparently.
So it's, yeah, classical elements harnessed to the British Raj style, summoned by Moorish domes and turrets, affectionately known as the Taj Mahal of Ipoh by the locals. It closely resembles its Kuala Lumpur sister,
Which we didn't go to, but
No.
we might do next time. I can't tell if the camera's the right way up. It's really confusing.
Yeah, we might be upside down.
Well, let's get in here and find out.
Does that work? Or I don't know.
Not exactly what we expected to be doing in Ipoh, but we thought, why not? For 52 ringgit, or about £9.30 for both of us, it felt rude not to try. And honestly, it was brilliant. We had the whole place to ourselves, so we could be as ridiculous as we wanted in every room. If you've never been to one, give it a shot. For under a £5 each, you'll get the full afternoon of silliness and a stack of photos you may or may not regret. A few of our best, or worst, are coming up.
We found these sideways ones a bit confusing to begin with, but we got there in the end, as you can see from this evidence. Lisa absolutely nailing her handstand.
Genuinely nailing them. I've never done a handstand in my life until I came into this art place, and I love it. I've done about 25 since we got here.
I probably haven't done one in 25 years, but
That's so good. Any gymnastics coach would be very proud of those pointed arms and toes. Right, are we done?
I think we're done. Yeah. Maybe one on the way out.
There are loads of temples in and around Ipoh, many built right into caves. A few are temporarily closed because of rockfalls, so double check before you head out. Luckily, Meow Yan Chan Lin Thai Temple wasn't one of them, so we dropped by after a day at Mirror Lake. You're greeted first by a welcoming committee of dogs, all friendly, and then you step into this breathtaking cave temple. The Buddha statues look carved straight from the rock, but what always throws us is that monk statue in front of the main Buddha. Every Thai temple has one, and it always makes us double take, thinking, is that man breathing? We have a theory about reincarnation trains, with zero evidence, but very confident delivery. Let us know in the comments how wrong we are. After exploring the cave, you climb back outside, more dogs of course, and if you head towards the hillside, you'll spot monkeys leaping around in the trees and rocks. We still get absurdly excited every time we see monkeys. I hope that never wears off. Further up are more caves and stairways if you fancy the workout, but the sun was dropping and we didn't want to push our luck. On the way to find the koi, the real reason I dragged us here, we bumped into a couple of adorable puppies who were very confused by their own GoPro reflection. Eventually, we made it to the koi pond, which, as always, was calm and beautiful and completely worth the detour. If you're a temple hunter, Ipoh is a treasure trove. Just check out the cave ones are open before you set off. Before we get into our final must-do in Ipoh, we have to talk food. Ipoh isn't a culinary powerhouse like KL or Penang, but it is known for a few iconic dishes. My personal obsession is the white coffee, invented here, perfected here, and now a daily ritual for me. Then there's the famous bean sprout chicken. We tried Lu Wong's. Some say classic, some say tourist trap. I won't spoil it here, but check out our food video to see which camp we landed in. Beyond that, there is still plenty to eat. Dessert Street, which is definitely not just dessert, and uptown Ipoh, a more modern night market with great food, music, shopping, and even a mini theme park for kids. If you want the full foodie breakdown, that's all waiting over on our channel. Yes, this is Mirror Lake, the place Google reviews love to complain about for reasons we just cannot understand. Because honestly, it was fantastic. You start with a short boat ride through a small cave and it spits you out into this hidden Jurassic Park style lagoon. Quiet, peaceful, stunning, and only with a couple of boats running, it feels like your own private world, not another elbow-to-elbow tourist trap. If boats aren't your thing, there's the original cave walk higher up the hill. It takes you through to another viewpoint, plus you get to all the old quarry history along the way. On the other side, there's an option for another boat trip, which we skipped, maybe foolishly. We just grabbed some photos, soaked in the view, and carried on. There's more to Mirror Lake than we could fit here, so it's getting its own full video. But honestly, ignore the reviews. This was our favourite experience in all of Ipoh, and shockingly, it didn't even involve being upside down. If you've enjoyed exploring Ipoh with us, a like and subscribe really does help us out. And head over to the channel for the full food tour or the deep dive on this beautiful hidden gem.